Hi guys, welcome back to Puck Talk. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the big Tarasenko trade. So let's just get to it.
Initial thoughts. Um, Tarasenko used to be a really good goal scorer, and he's wanted out of St. Louis for almost the past 2 years now. So, I mean, we kind of saw this coming with St. Louis trending downwards. Like they're not going to make playoffs, I don't think. So they did the smart move. They retained 50% and they got rid of him. So the full trade is this: New York got Vladimir Tarasenko at 50% retained, so half of his salary was retained by St. Louis, and Nico Mikola, a depth defenseman. And St. Louis got back Sammy Blaze, a former St. Louis player who was in the Buchnevich trade. Hunter Skinner, which is a prospect, I assume. A conditional first round pick, which is going to be the later one of New York Rangers or Dallas. So whichever one is later in the draft order. And a conditional fourth round pick this in 2024, which upgrades to a third if they make playoffs this year. So most likely it is going to be a third because the Rangers are comfortably in a playoff spot right now.
Yeah, I think the Blues definitely did the smart thing of selling him. He doesn't want to. He's definitely not going to re-sign again. They were
I don't
going to
think
take him
he's
for
yeah, I
nothing.
don't think he's going to resign in New York either at this point. I mean,
Yeah, I don't
they
think they
had
can
a
afford him.
50% retained. Like, yeah, I'm sure he's going to walk
Yeah.
because they don't have the cap space to do that, frankly.
Yeah, I think Tarasenko is going to get paid more than he deserves in the offseason. I think his name has a lot of value, but he's not the player he was anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
he's good for like 35 goals. New York could use that depth scoring, and with Panarin, he could do well. But like he's not like that 40, 45 goal guy that he once was like a couple years ago, 2018, 2019 with their cup run.
Where does he slot in on the power play? You got Panarin and Zibanejad on the other side. Do you put Tarasenko in the middle then?
Zibanejad in the middle, and then
Yeah.
Panarin and Tarasenko wings. I
Oh,
would
huh.
assume, anyways,
But
because like
Zibanejad's got the one timer though. A good one timer. I don't see.
I
I don't
think
know how you.
Tarasenko also has a good one timer. I mean, I think like Zibanejad was get like Rangers fans were telling me that Zibanejad was a great goal scorer already. So I mean, I guess Panarin has somebody else to pass to now,
Yeah,
which is pretty decent. And I think Tarasenko is not going to be a C because he can't take faceoffs on the power play.
yeah.
So it's probably going to be Zibanejad and Panarin's going to be feeding them. But like New York got another goal scorer, which is okay. But I think like Zibanejad kind of already filled that role for them, and I think Zibanejad's already a bit better than Tarasenko.
I think they just doubled down on what they're good at, which is scoring and then letting Shesterkin carry the defense.
Yeah,
Pretty much the entire strategy.
Well,
depends.
I
Like
mean, like they just all I see from this trade is that they just improved the offense, I guess. Like I don't see much else. Like it's nice to see Tarasenko like leave St. Louis, in my opinion. But it's just like I don't know.
I think he just got tired of waiting. Like I think the Rangers would have liked Kane better, but I think the Kane's unsure, right? So I think they just got tired of waiting for him at this point.
Kane would also be, I think, triple this price that they just paid.
Think he'd be
Like
more. I think he'd be cheaper. Well, like I don't. Well, this hard
No, I
to know
think
now.
like Tarasenko would have he would have like bid more.
More?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then so who do you guys think won the trade though?
I think Blues. Like he's gonna
Lose.
walk. He's a rental. Unless the Rangers win the cup this year, I don't think it was like. I mean, who like they get the better package. If the Rangers win the cup, then I think they made the trades necessary to get the championship, which would change the
Yeah.
dynamic of the trade. But for now, it's St. Louis, and this draft class is pretty stacked too.
Like giving up a pick in general for just a player is like automatically like risk taking just because of the fact that like it only matters if like you get instant success from that said player. Like the picks are just like something that like is the X factor in every single trade that you can possibly get. Because like that pick could just be like the next like great player, just like for your team.
Yeah, I think the Rangers, this wasn't the year to make a move like this, to be honest. That's why I'd say the Blues won. Because like if the Rangers do make it far in the playoffs, they'll have to go through like Tampa, Bruins, or Leafs, you know? I don't think you match up well against any of those teams. And yeah.
I think I think um realistically, Rangers' only threat is the Bruins because I think they can beat both Tampa or the Leafs if they do meet them. I think that's a coin toss between those teams, but like I think Bruins are the really the only challenge, and I guess why they did that. They loaded up on goal scoring because they need to find a way to get past Olmark, and I think that's what they're thinking of most, because Bruins are going to be in the top four. Oh, or yeah, in the top four no matter what. Like Rangers might meet them in the second round, or was it the Leafs? I'm not sure how the playoff format works, but like I think Rangers did this to get past the elite defense because like East has much like a lot of teams with good defense.
Yeah, that's true. East, all the top teams have a great forward core, right? Like the Bruins
Yeah,
have an elite core, Leafs have an elite core, Lightning have an elite core. Now the Rangers do too.
yeah.
That makes and
And
Devils and
I
Kings.
like Lafreniere wasn't cutting it, so I guess they did need another elite winger.
Yeah, I think this was actually low key. I think this was perfect because like they couldn't go for someone like Myers or something like that, or not Tyler Myers, but the other
Timo
Myers.
Meyer.
Yeah, Timo Meyer, that guy.
Mm,
Because they were rumored for him too, but like if you went for somebody like him, you'd have to pay way more, and you'd have a hard time signing him. You have to let like someone like Kako or Lafreniere like walk in the future.
I would not mind like if Rangers did sign I mean, if they did trade for Meyer, I would not mind letting Kako go. I mean, Lafreniere, like Kako is an RFA at the end of this year, I think, right?
That's
So, that's something to think about. But yeah, we don't know. They got the best option in my opinion. Like they didn't
yeah,
have to pay too much for a former like 40 goal scorer, and they made it out quite well with what
yeah,
they had.
yeah. If he gets back to what he was, then that's great. If he doesn't, that's fine. You didn't pay that much, you
He
know.
only has 20 games to prove it plus playoffs, so I don't think they're looking for him to get back where he was. I think they're just looking for a steady stream of secondary scoring.
Yeah, and contract year too, so you know he's gonna be trying harder.
Yeah,
They
especially on a
always,
playoff team.
yeah. So I
With
think that's wait, yeah, go ahead.
with this though, like that probably means that Ryan O'Reilly is not gonna be sticking around for much longer either.
yeah, definitely.
I think the Blues are smart. I don't think many teams like this is when you sell. Like some
Yeah,
teams just try to hold on and be like, we're gonna run it back next season. But I think the Blues are smart to admit that they're done right now.
like
They're
the
smart
Islanders did
stuff.
with Horvat. Like they were out and they still are trying to get back in.
Yeah. I think they're not a cup team, I don't think.
They won their cup. Like they got their cup. Now it's time to like build for the future.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like you either gotta build a cup team or you gotta rebuild. There's no I don't get the point of just making playoffs be like a first round exit.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And so I guess that does it for this trade talk. Unless you guys have anything else to add.
Not really. I just wanna say that while the Rangers do have a good amount of scoring now, I don't think they're gonna win the cup. Not with that defense. And Shesterkin is significantly worse this year than he was last year. And they made the conference finals last year. I think they're out second round. Maybe first if they match up against a tougher team. New
Yeah.
Jersey might be scarier if Vanacek pops off and Jack Hughes is full force. Like I think New Jersey could beat them.
Yeah, they'd
Mm.
verse the Devils if they were to go at it right now.
Yeah.
I think I like the Devils better this year.
Like they have solid defense. Like Dougie Hamilton is a point per game now after tonight's game. Jack Hughes is obviously on a 60 goal pace almost, and the rest of the team is clicking really well. So I would like their chances over the Rangers right now. It's
Yeah.
a really tough matchup this year. Like last year, they played Penguins and they almost lost. And if all stays healthy for the Devils, like I don't think the Rangers even have a shot.
The East is brutal. It's so hard.
It's
East
it's a
has
Every
like
bloodbath.
single
East
team,
has like powerhouse teams, bro.
every single good team. Yeah.
Like the
That's why
path for each East team is like hard,
Yeah.
yeah,
as
I feel
proven
like
by how
like teams
Toronto
like the
has
Oilers
yet
would
to
have
win
no
last year.
shot making the playoffs in the East. Like they
Yeah.
would just have no chance.
Yeah. And then in the West, all you got is really the Avs and the Knights, pretty much, as the juggernaut.
Seattle this year is good too. Dallas as well.
I
Yeah.
feel like Dallas is like a really good team right now as
Yeah.
well.
I feel like the Bruins, Leafs, Lightning, Hurricanes, Devils, these teams are like in a higher level than any Western Conference team, though.
I
Like,
think the only team that can really like like compete with these guys are the Dallas Stars and a fully healthy Avs. Otherwise, there's no team in the West that can like really go toe to toe with these like Eastern teams.
yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, we kind of got sidetracked, but yeah. So that pretty much does it for the Rangers and Blues trade talks.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching.